Welcome to the Monday edition of Litter Media Live. It's the final Monday of October. November is knocking on the door. It'll be, is it Friday?
Yes, Friday is November 1st.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the daily program. I'm Dan Ramey. He is Aaron Glandon, a.k.a. Mr. Hand 2. Mike Smith is on assignment for today. We're going to look at the forecast to get things started for you today. Looking at sunny conditions, we'll have temperatures around 70. For tomorrow, a little warmer, 77 for both Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have partly sunny conditions tomorrow, but again, Monday, or I should say Wednesday. I kind of wish I could start over, you know?
Yeah, you're all over the place right now.
I am. Cloud cover tomorrow is what I meant to say. Partly sunny skies for Wednesday. The high both days around 77. If you're looking ahead to Halloween, trick or treat for all the kids on Thursday, we're looking at the chance of rain, which always is a spoiler for Halloween. That and it being like 32 degrees, because then you have to figure out a way to wear your costume with a jacket and stay warm and that kind of stuff. So the difficulties of being a kid. The Chillicothe Halloween Parade was Saturday night, and we'll talk about that coming up shortly in just a few moments. It was madhouse in downtown Chillicothe.
Yes, it was.
There were kids everywhere. And so the downtown Chillicothe associates did a great job of putting on the trick-or-treat for those kids, and a lot of parents were dressed up, too. I found that surprising.
Were you dressed up?
I don't know that they grabbed candy, though. No, I was dressed up as Dan Ramey from Litter Media, which I was captured on a shot by Donnie Brownfield, a buddy of ours, who takes pictures all the time. I'm standing in front of Grandpa Joe's, and I'm taking a video shot of the chicken that was out greeting the kids.
Right.
And there I am with the chicken.
But you'll be wearing a costume this Thursday for our daily show, correct?
I don't have plans, no.
Wow. I can't believe you.
I've done the costume thing before. So is Mike.
I think you should both be in costume for this Thursday. You still have time.
Mm-hmm. Says the guy who will be off stage.
I'll wear a costume too.
You'll wear a costume too?
Yes, I will bring a costume to wear.
What are you planning on wearing?
That's a surprise.
Surprise. Okay. Maybe.
It's all I want for my birthday.
Perhaps the people that are watching can help us decide if they want us to be in costume or not.
I think TLS will want you in costume.
We will poll everybody throughout the week on the shows, and by Wednesday we'll make a decision.
Okay.
How's that sound?
And the decision will be costume.
We've already talked Mike into it. I still think Mike should, at some point in time, put bolts in his neck and paint his face green. He's perfect for Frankenstein.
He is perfect for Frankenstein.
I think he's never done that. I'd like to see him pull it off.
I think Mike would be a good Merle Haggard.
Can't grow a beard, though.
No, he can't.
No, but it's Halloween. Makeup artists,
yeah,
we'll have them put a beard on him.
Beard wig.
Yes, a wig beard.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, a look at news, more important stuff. Details are just around the corner. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you have an issue with these conditions in your home or your business, they can help you out. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website. That's littermedia.com. Takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Celebrating 50 years of serving our community, chiropractic needs, physical therapy needs, and nutrition needs, it's Haynes Total Healthcare Center. Click on this ad anywhere on littermedia.com and it takes you to hayneshealth.com where you can learn more about their services, see their doctors, and learn more about Haynes Total Healthcare Center. In news today, while you're at littermedia.com, you can see some of these stories that we have to share with you, and you can also follow along with our sports. It's tournament season, folks, and our score page has been getting hit like crazy by people wanting to see what the scores are.
Right.
So you'll check all that out at littermedia.com. Going to start with the Chillicothe Halloween Parade. Had the opportunity to MC this year. It was a lot of fun, and I set up a couple of cameras. We had someone ask, could you record for those of us that won't be able to be there?
And you said yes.
I said, let's do it, and then sat Saturday night and Sunday night and put it together. Yes. So here it is for your enjoyment. Just go to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see the highlights. This young man here was just riding by on a skateboard before the parade started.
That's what Michael Myers does.
Yes. I also saw Michael Myers walk by our camera. I also saw Michael Myers down in the park standing by the ramp that comes up towards Chillicothe. It's the south end of Youngtangy Park, and he's just hanging out.
Was he standing there menacingly?
He was standing there, and then at one point he went to fix his mask with his knife in his hand. Just kind of went like that and came back down.
There you go.
And just kept looking around. It was really cool.
That's funny.
So, yeah, if you want to see that, it's available now on our YouTube channel.
And the Paint Valley Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board has been awarded just over $750,000 in grant funding to support prevention efforts for local youth. The grant from the One Ohio Recovery Foundation will expand current prevention efforts across the 5 counties served by ADAMH to include positive alternatives designed to curb the impact the opioid crisis has on youth and families in our region. The funding will support prevention efforts of several service providers, including Big Brothers and Big Sisters of South Central Ohio, the Recovery Council, Pickaway Area Recovery Services, and the Community Action Commission of Fayette County. Representatives from Paint Valley ADAMH are scheduled for a Litter Media Special Edition interview at 10 a.m. this Thursday on Halloween. Mm-hmm. So tune in for that.
I'm sure they'll have more details, certainly. If you go to Arby's on North Bridge Street, yesterday they suffered some fire damage. A truck reportedly caught fire while sitting in the drive-thru. The good news is, according to manager Randy Snedden, none of the employees were injured, and in his word, we will be back even stronger. Just 9 years ago, a young man inside the restaurant was killed when a pickup truck from North Bridge Street crashed through the storefront at Arby's. So no idea how long they'll be out of commission, but we wish them well. Randy's a good friend, and we like to pop in and say hey to the folks at Arby's every once in a while as well.
Adena local schools will host their Veterans Day Assembly on November 8th at 9 a.m. Breakfast is free for area military veterans at 7:45 a.m. Litter Media's Dan Ramey will be the guest speaker.
I know that guy.
I know him too. He's sitting right next to me.
They asked me last year, and we couldn't weren't able to do it because they had scheduled someone else that they asked me, but it was just kind of mixed signals. So they said, "Tell you what, how about next year?" I said, "Okay, fine." Why do you want me? And then we got to discussing, I'll give the parental side of being a veteran family.
Oh.
And because we want to salute these veterans, certainly, but having not served but been an Air Force dad, I have an idea of what it's like. And now I've got 2 boys coming back from the U.S. Marine Corps. They'll be back this weekend. Can't wait to see them, and I'm sure I'll have more stories to tell as well. They're not my boys. They're my Sunday school students who are graduating from boot camp next weekend. So congratulations to Gary and Josh. Chillicothe's 2nd Street is lit up again. It's the Archway with the Majestic sign. It's been switched from neon to LED lights now, all from the support given by the American Legion Post 62. Now, according to the Majestic Theater's website, Majestic was first installed on the archway in 1918, along with the word vaudeville. Of course, vaudeville was really big at the time, but when vaudeville started losing some of its image and films started taking over at the Majestic Theater, vaudeville was taken down, leaving us with just Majestic. So
Interesting.
A lot of history involved in that, but thanks to Legion for putting that together, and I'm sure the Majestic board is very happy.
The new interchange at State Route 32 in Bruce Lunsford Way in Brown County has opened nearly a year ahead of schedule. The interchange is part of a safety project to address the intersection of State Route 32 in Brooks Malott Road in Mount Orab.
Mount Orb.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The intersection was targeted for safety improvements as part of a list of 150 intersections Governor Mike DeWine ordered the Ohio Department of Transportation to address.
Don't know if I've ever heard it referred to as ORAB.
Well, I was just taking a shot, and I was not correct.
I've not been through here for a while, but I know that when we first posted this story, probably about a year and a half ago, it blew up on our website. And there were thousands upon thousands of people that were really honked off about this. They didn't think it was a good use of money in the whole deal. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is going to make it a lot easier along through that area.
Yeah.
And Mount Orb is a growing area there in Brown County, and it looks pretty nice. Took them about, I think, 2.5 years to do this, but it was done rather quickly. And like you said, ahead of schedule.
There we go.
Our road report for today continues with the resurfacing project of various sections of State Route 28, 207, 372. They're laying the pavement on. This is what greeted me at Nipshin this morning on my way in. They've got a good strip of pavement already down in the Nipshin area. So this is all taking place. Plus 104 is also getting some resurfacing done. Work occurring daily for the construction. And at least one lane will be maintained on all these routes during the project. They're hoping to get it all done by the end of fall, which takes us to December. But I think it'll be done probably within the next week and a half or so.
Let's hope so.
High school football pairings are out. We'll take a look at some of that for you coming up in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389. That's the direct connection to getting a dumpster for your personal needs, or if you have a need at your business, they can take care of that. For Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Before we jump into sports, we saw the Hometown Motors Incorporated ad just a moment ago. I want to say congratulations to our own Regina Goodman. She has been with the Litter Corporation now for 36 years. Today is her anniversary. If you want to see Regina, head on down to Hometown Motors Incorporated, and She can tell you all about Skag equipment and more.
Yes, she can.
She's the first person you'll see when you walk
pro.
through the door. She is, absolutely. All right, on to sports. We'll take a look at the OHSAA. Slow down, Dan. Football playoff pairings announced yesterday. A number of area teams are involved with the playoffs. One in particular we're going to be looking at, the Paint Valley Bearcats. They are 7-3. They'll host 4-6 Cincinnati Purcell Marian. That is our Litter Media game of the week coming up this Friday. We'll have it for you on Litter Media Radio. If you want to see all the other schools and where they're involved, just click on our story at littermedia.com.
OHSAA Regional Cross Country Championships has Fairfield Union winning the boys D2 team and Andrew Walton defending his regional individual championship. Lancaster girls won the D1 team title. Several teams and individuals also qualified to run in this weekend's state championships.
Congratulations, kids. A number of area volleyball teams won titles Saturday. That includes Adena, St. Trace, Wheelersburg, South Webster, Notre Dame, Nelsonville, York, Logan, Bloom Carroll, Marietta, and Southern. That Notre Dame game was against Western. They went the distance. 5 sets, and one of my former Sunday school students plays on that team, and so I was keeping an eye on them, rooting for the Western Indians, but Notre Dame comes out on top. Regional semis are later this week. You can go to our web story for more information, including interviews with some of the Adena and St. Trace players.
Boys soccer district champs include Chillicothe, Wheelersburg, Menford, South Webster, and Gallia, while Fairfield Union girls advanced to regionals. I need to start reading these again.
Gallia Academy.
Yes.
Yes, the Blue Devils. Ohio State rallied from a 17-14 deficit to beat Nebraska 21-17. That was on Saturday. Number 4 Buckeyes now travel to Happy Valley to face number 3 Penn State at noon this Saturday. The Ohio Bobcats handily defeated Buffalo 47-16. And the Bobcats are off until November 6th now because they get in that MAC ESPN TV package where they move them to Wednesday nights. So November 6th, they'll be on the road to Kent State.
The Bengals staked a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, but the Eagles outscored Cincinnati 37-10 the rest of the way for a 20-point win, unfortunately. The 3-5 Bengals are home again this weekend, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders.
Now explain why you say unfortunately. It's not because you're a
the Eagles.
You're not a Bengals fan.
No, I'm not a Bengals fan.
But
I despise the Eagles.
Yeah, but you were pretty happy with how things worked out for your ball club yesterday.
Oh, yes, I was.
Speaking of the Commanders, who had a fantastic Hail Mary tip into the hands of Noah Brown, former Buckeye receiver. And
so Jaden Daniels is 1 for 1 on his NFL career in Hail Marys.
He's trying to catch up with
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Browns fans remembered the longtime voice of the Browns, Jim Donovan, yesterday. Donovan lost his battle with cancer last Friday. Some felt that he had a hand in helping the Browns pick up their second win of the season. In a 29-24 victory over Baltimore, Cleveland will host Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers this coming Sunday.
How did the Browns pull this one off?
There was a lot of inexplicable things that happened in the game in regards to Baltimore. The Browns defense did a great job.
Well, the Browns really defense is solid.
But they've had their downfalls throughout this season. But they had some circumstances that just went into their favor. The offensive line played a lot better. Gave Jameis Winston a lot of time, but in the same respect, he was quick release on a lot of his throws. One of them was a little too quick, and which was almost intercepted by the Ravens in the last minute of the game.
Yeah.
And it bobbled out of the guy's hands, fell to the ground. Any other time he'd catch that ball.
Right.
But again, Jim Donovan, they say, put a hand in to swipe that away. And the couple of field goals that the Browns had skipped off the goalpost to go in. So I think it was described as a little yellow paint on the football, but despite all that, the Browns came away victorious. Right. So congratulations to the Browns.
I saw someone say Jameis Winston will get you a 300-yard game.
And he
just might score. He might throw 5 interceptions while he's doing it.
He may do that, yes. And later in this season, they'll be taking on one of his former teams, the New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
So we'll see how that plays out.
We will see.
All
Game 3 of the World Series is tonight in New York, with the Dodgers leading the Fall Classic 2-0.
Did you see the swing that Freddie Freeman had on that grand slam?
I did not.
This was Friday night. It was one of those like King Griffey Jr. swings, and it just took off. Walk-off grand slam. Nothing like that in the World Series. So the Dodgers hold a 2-0 lead on the powerful Yankees. All right, coming up, this date in history. I forgot to take a look at what year we're going to.
1965.
1965. Very good. All right, details in just a moment.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. Find out more at litterpropane.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Time to turn the clock back, and we'll do so to 1965. This is something I've never seen in person.
I have.
But up close, I should say. I think I did see it when I was about 10 years old. We were coming back from the West, and I got a glimpse from it from the interstate, like a distant look. Construction is completed on the Gateway Arch on this date in 1965, a spectacular 630-foot-high catenary curve of stainless steel marking the Jefferson National Expansion Memorial on the waterfront of St. Louis, Missouri. A lot of folks I've talked to have been inside of this, taken the tour, and enjoyed to see what it looks like. You, of course, took these pictures.
Yeah, here's a picture I took from right underneath of it.
And that looks kind of curvy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But you didn't go inside.
I did go inside.
Oh, you did go inside?
I don't have a picture from inside, though.
Gotcha. Okay. The Gateway Arch, designed by Finnish-born, American-educated architect Eero Saarinen, was erected to commemorate President Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase that took place in 1803, the year that the Ohio became a state, and to celebrate St. Louis's central role in the rapid westward expansion that followed.
They call it the Gateway to the West.
Back when the Chillicothe Paints were in the Frontier League, the Gateway Grizzlies became a team, and that was where they played. You could see the arch and everything. At the I can't remember was it Gateway? Gateway Park, I think might have been what it was. Never traveled with the Paints to go out and see the stadium there, but had I would have been able to say I've been to the arch.
Right.
But now I go to the Golden Arches. I've seen them millions of times.
Yes.
I'm part of that 99 billion people served.
You're probably a couple billion of that people.
I could be a couple billion of that, yes, absolutely.
We have a comment over there. What's that say?
This would be, I think, your grandma from Mississippi. I think, because she says y'all.
Yes.
I think y'all should dress in costumes.
Thank you, Grandma Joyce. I agree.
Here we thought it was going to be traffic light sports. But,
yeah. I couldn't see because the camera was in the way, but I'm glad you saw that.
Thank you for the results so far. The early election tally, 1-0. 1-4, 0 against.
Grandma, if you have costume suggestions for us, that would be welcome as well.
Yeah. We'll let Grandma make decisions.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's going to work, though. I'm just saying.
As long as it's reasonable.
It has to be reasonable, yes. Because Mike would like to do maybe Peter, Paul, and Mary, that kind of thing. I think having the beards, we should be Peter or Paul, and Mike could be Mary.
Yes, that could work.
Yes, I think that would be nice. All right, that's it for the program today. We have a special edition tomorrow morning, getting ready for the Altrusa Club's Bazaar, so details coming up. Mike will lead Bizarro World for the bazaars to take place. It's our first one to talk about.
All right.
There's a bunch of bazaars that will be taking place. They always do in November. So that's coming up at 10 o'clock tomorrow, followed by our daily program. So until then, enjoy your Monday, and thank you so much for watching Litter Media Live.